say. For some time now, I've been aware that my communications are interdicted. I'm supposedly live right now. Nobody can see me. Nobody's going to see me. There are people who have access to whatever the hell it is that YouTube does. Whatever it takes to make somebody not be able to be visible, it's happening to me. I had a whole bunch of recordings that I put together, and I was going to publish them at some point, and I waited for several days. I wasn't in a hurry. And in order to upload all this stuff, it has to be saved to a file and then uploaded somewhere else. And once I decide to start putting it together and I make the final version and then I start to upload it, that gets the attention of people, because then they know that that's what my statement is. Recordings, and then I don't upload them. Then they don't know what they need to respond to. And since a number of the things that I say, including the fact that I'm alive still and what I look like and whether I've shaved, they have to match it up, because what is trying to be done is to isolate me from all of the entire world. I'm supposed to be just an idiot who sits here and talks to my fucking nightmare rectangle and then imagines that people are viewing me, but nobody sees me. I'm aware that nobody sees me. I'm aware that the conversation isn't going out. I know that my shit is not getting out there. I know that I'm censored. I go to several channels that are run by people who are in on the whole thing. I make comments in their YouTube comment thing when they're live, and it looks like I'm making comments. I type something and it shows up. If I were to move off the page and then come back, the comments that I made are gone, because they were never there in the first place. Everything that I say gets stopped. Everything's been shunted off. There's a complete and total control of everything that I say. And the reason that this is done is because, well, some people believe that things that I have to say are, I'm going to say incendiary. And then the things that I could say are really the bigger problem. There's tons of stuff that I know that I haven't talked about. And the people who are guilty as fucking sin, they don't really want that to be known. And since I haven't done anything in the real world to say these things, just on YouTube, it's been possible for these fucking criminal reprobate idiots, fucking scum, to believe that they could just block me and then hold back the news, and then they can go out and talk to other people. And they've been doing that for years. I've allowed them to do this because these people are fucking stupid. They imagine that I either didn't know, or they always imagine something in their head. It's called denial. They're a bunch of drug-taking, women-raping thugs who steal from people to keep themselves going. They're criminal reprobates, and they're a fucking gang, and they were operating for years, and they've imagined that they've always been going to get away with it. I suppose so. They've stolen hundreds of thousands of dollars from me through a variety of methods. They've kept me from talking to everybody that I know. They've impersonated me and then acted like me to everybody that I know and then scared them off. I don't think anybody necessarily has completely fallen for it, but they probably have. Nothing that I say here is going out. I got 0 watchers. Okay, well, sure. I guess I'm not very popular. What time is it? It's 4 in the morning here on the West Coast. Sun's starting to come up. I have 0 watchers. Well, that's because when my shit goes live, the people know that I'm live, and they can control where the stream goes. They have the power to move my material wherever they want. They can make it so that nobody sees me. And they do. They've been doing that for years. And when I say things to people that I know, nobody that I know hears them. Nobody does. I've been sitting here alone for months. No, years. I've been sitting here alone for years. Nobody checks in. Nobody calls. Nobody does anything. I'm alone completely. Everybody that I know has just forgotten about me. I'm here, just sitting here. And nobody has figured out that they need to fucking check in. Nobody has figured out that there's something going wrong. I'm in the court system for 2.5 years with a series of fraudulent charges that had no basis in reality. And after continuance after continuance after continuance, it finally gets dismissed. And then they say, okay, you're free to go. And then another round of harassment happens. My truck is stolen again. I'm constantly harassed by people who have, I would say, near limitless powers to control my speech. Because I've deliberately only been talking on YouTube. actually going to the police and filing a report, calling some sort of reporting hotline. I haven't taken that step because I was waiting. I'm still waiting. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do. But lately there's been some sort of operation where people behave in a way. They show up and they have been offline, according to me, forever. And then all of a sudden there's this name on my friends list on Telegram, which is where a lot of these things happen. And they announce that they're there and they say hello or whatever. They're not trying to converse with me. They're just making sure that I'm there or whatever, because they're pretending to be me and they're engaging in a whole bunch of narrative, essentially role playing, that they then plan to create actual server logs of and then claim that that actually happened. There are people working now to throw me in jail because they don't want me to fucking talk about what I know. I don't even know for sure what it is they don't want me to talk about. I don't give a fuck. If a bunch of fucking piggy fucking thugs want me to fucking shut up so they can get away with crimes, fucking they shouldn't get away with crimes. I'm not real fond of that. And being quiet about it is not something I'm interested in doing. Having somebody pretend to be me and leave this 3 years long trail of bullshit where they claim that they were saying things and they're actually me. That's the kind of thing that can actually happen if people aren't on top of it. I don't really know what I'm going to do about what's going to happen next. But I do know that I haven't talked to Grapefruit at all. I'm not going to announce who Grapefruit is. But that woman who supposedly has been missing or whatever, I don't know. I'm fucking the woman. I'm having sex with the woman for 5 years. And then I walk into an ambush and the woman I'm having sex with, she's not even there. A variety of things happen and then I'm hauled away to jail on Christmas Eve. I get back and there's a different woman in the house. There's a different child there. There's somebody pretending to be the child. There's her friend dressed up as a sheriff's deputy. There's the guy who turns out to be the sheriff who ends up getting killed and moved away. Haven't seen the sheriff lately. I think he's been replaced by a duplicate. After 3 years, leaving me alone and sealing off all my communications, that would probably work for somebody who needed communications. But since I knew that was going to happen anyway, it's not really too much of a surprise. Here it is, 7 minutes. Somebody clicked in, but then they're gone. You're never going to see this. Nobody's ever going to see this. Somebody have to, I don't know what the fuck happens at YouTube. I know that YouTube is not exactly being legitimate with whatever the hell my content is. I don't think that people actually get to see it. I don't think it shows up in search results. I think it's blocked. And all this is fairly inconvenient, all things considered. I don't like being robbed. I don't like being stolen from. I don't like my friends being basically kidnapped and held away from me. I can't talk to them. The phone doesn't work. I call people. I either get voicemail or I get nothing. If I leave a message, I don't get a call back. For years. Like, this is just like a few days. This is years the same thing has happened. And these people have been doing it over and over and over because I imagine they thought they got away with it. I imagine they thought that I didn't know that this was happening. Nobody has actually talked to me in 3 years. Everybody who actually talked to me before, they're either not allowed to talk to me or they talk to an actor who pretends to be me. And this entirely fabricated narrative scheme of whatever I'm doing has been out there in the world, propagated by a bunch of thug pig fucking bullies. I can start listing off names. I don't really fucking feel like it. Really talking to YouTube is a complete waste of time. And essentially, I'm just simply talking to my captors and telling them, hey, fuck you. I know what you're doing. I guess you'll get away with it for a while. I don't give a fuck. I'm not complicit in your fucking organization. I'm not doing what you're saying I'm doing. I'm not part of your fucking system, man. And I'd like to talk to my goddamn friends. Now, I can go to get a lawyer and make a big fucking fuss, and I probably fucking will. You know why? Because you're a bunch of mean asshole dicks. I don't know what your fucking agenda was, but it doesn't fucking rely on me being calm, I guess, because what you're doing is disgusting, it's vile, it's unconstitutional, it's illegal, it's unlawful. How the fuck you've gotten away with it for so fucking long, I have no fucking idea, but you're not going to. Things are going to happen. People are going to put up with this. And anybody who fucking used to know me hasn't talked to me. I have not talked to people privately. I don't have secret messages with people. I don't have contact with people. I have people who pretend to be my friend and imagine that they're fucking talking to me and they think that I'm so fucking desperate to talk to people that I'm falling for it. No, they're all fucking criminal thieves. All of you. Not one fucking person of you is legitimate. None of you. You're all liars. You're all engaged in a criminal conspiracy to steal my fucking money. That was dumb. Fucking morons. Now I'm not gonna keep this up because I don't really have anything to say other than, yeah, I know what's going on, and duh. Do I need to report you? Is that what needs to happen? I guess I'll just report you because apparently you're not going to stop until you're stopped by somebody else. And that means going to authority. That means calling for help, which, I don't really want to do. But it would appear that you haven't figured out yet that I like to talk to people. And being completely isolated from the entire fucking world and the internet is pretty fucking unlawful. It's pretty lame, cheap, and petty. I'm sure everybody has their reasons for thinking that they need to completely isolate me from the entire world and tell everybody to fucking ignore me and tell a bunch of lies about me and destroy the lives of my friends. I imagine that woman that I used to have sex with, I imagine she's fucking high as a fucking kite and being driven all over town, fucking getting implicated in all kinds of crimes. I don't know why they wouldn't do that because she's such a brainiac that she hasn't figured out how to get a hold of me. I guess, is she mad at me? I don't fucking know. Who knows what she fucking knows? She had been lied to so much that she actually twice thought that I was a police officer and had to be afraid of what I might do. Well, I'm not a police officer. I never was. And I haven't talked to her ever since. The cases got dismissed and then she's just vanished. Oh, but she's not completely gone because all her thug buddies who fucking fuck her and give her drugs, they bother me on Telegram all the time. Insulting me, laughing at me, making fun of me, pretending that I don't know what's going on. As much as I like having sex, I don't need to put up this bullshit to have it. And then that person's my friend. I don't need to have sex with her again. But I do need people to stop committing crimes. Stop using my image and likeness. Stop being fucking thug, bitch, baby, bully, fucking brat fucks. You people are pathetic, and I hope you go to jail for a long fucking time. I hope you go to prison for life. I hope you never, ever get out again. And I don't know what it'll take to make it happen, but I have nothing else better to do than to make your life a living fucking hell, you fucking criminal bastard bitches. YOLO.